Well, the Houston Astros are going to face the Royals. They go on the road. They are red hot. So we're going to break down this series and tell you what the Astros need to do to win and so much more.
Jainel Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett H-Town Wheelhouse Chancey.
We are Locked On Houston Astros, and we hope that you join us for a daily Locked On Astros podcast. My name is Eric Huysman. You can find me on X at Eric Talk Astros. Find the show at Locked On Astros, your team every day. And let's go and turn it over to my amazing co-host, Brett. Where can we find you at?
You can find me at H-Town Wheelhouse on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Actually, Instagram, it's H-Town_Wheelhouse because the identity thief stole my identity. And you can find me at Back to the Bullpen on Instagram, on X, and on iHeartRadio and YouTube. And at Stros411 with the Z, always positive, always Stros.
Hey, guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day, whether it's on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to us. Make his first listen on Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Go ahead and check us out. And I know that it's off day. It's kind of weird to have off day on Thursdays, but I guess Thursdays is kind of traditionally off day for the Astros. Yeah. I guess it's better than having a Friday off, but still, it sucks not having baseball, especially when the Astros are on a 3-game winning streak. And what, Brett, I wanted to look at in a little bit is what they've done recently that's kind of made the difference. You're on a streak where you're doing lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, and you're not going to have a lot of success. But still, the Astros are better than they were at this point last year. But what's been leading to their most recent success? We're going to look at that. A lot of people have been saying, well, Christian Walker, he's Jose Abreu 2.0. Is that for real? And then, like you said, what are the keys to victory in Kansas City? Because the Royals, no matter what year it is, they always seem to have the Astros number. So, Brett, I know that the Astros kind of had that wishy-washy start to the season. The pitching has always kind of been good. In the first, let's just use the 16th as the or I guess the 17th. That was an off day. Let's just use that as the breaking point. Before that, the 17th, the Astros had a 3.88 ERA. Would you say that's good or bad?
Well, it's not 4.
Yeah.
I mean, for the league, the league is probably an average of 4 or higher. I mean, typically if a pitcher's under 4, you're good. So I would say, pitching, I think they're the ones that have kept us in the ball game and why we have the wins we do.
So would you just take a guess? You haven't looked at this yet. I didn't put this on the rundown for a reason. What do you think the Astros ERA is since the 17th?
Now we're talking about the 17th of April?
Yeah.
Their ERA is probably, and I'm going to totally guess here, 1.78.
You were close. It's actually 1.83. So
nice.
Not bad. So
well, I knew it was under 2 runs. It had to be under 2, and I was really hoping to nail it on the head. Hey, man, not bad. I should play the lottery maybe.
Yeah, 400s is pretty close. That's pretty impressive. The fact that they've done so well in the situation, and Ryan Gusto was the guy that started this whole successful run. I mean, I use this as a mile marker because that's when they stopped the cycle. That's when they had the 2-game winning streak, then they lost a game, and then they won the 3 games in a row. So there's a lot of things to look at, things that they've been successful with. I'll just kind of go over a few things, and I want you to tell me, in your mind, why does it matter for the Houston Astros?
Okay.
So in the past 7 days, the Astros have a 0.93 whip.
Well, I mean, you get that whip you get that whip at 1 point something in the low, 2 or 3, you're good. But you get under a 1, that's that right there tells you that not only are the pitchers pitching, but the defense is doing their job too behind the pitcher as well. And so when you have that kind of result, you're going to have positive results in the win-loss column, even if you do minimal damage on the score box.
Right. So on the season, it's 1.08. So it's definitely been down a tick or two. And the ERA for the season so far is 3.26. So they lowered it down from 3.88 with that 1.93. That's what I said, right? 1.93 ERA. No, 1.83 ERA.
83, yeah.
They've lowered it down to 3.26 on the season. So that is one of the reasons why the Astros have been a lot more successful. But the biggest thing is the most obvious. What have they been doing a lot better recently, Brett?
Not walking hitters.
Oh, let's switch to the hitting.
Oh, hitting. Oh, what have they been doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about the pitchers. The hitting. Well, they've been scoring runners. They've been getting RBIs.
Right.
They've hit a few more long balls lately, but situational hitting, they've done better. They didn't do great last game, but combined overall, when you go 5 for 11 runners in scoring position that first game against the Blue Jays, it's a pretty darn good clip. So I think right there, Eric, is the difference. They've done better in a shorter span of time. Situational hitting, getting guys across home plate, not just, was that one game they hit like 8 singles or 9 singles and they lost, they only scored 2 or 3 runs. So they're just doing it better. They're getting everybody home. They're completing the cycle on the bases.
Well, I couldn't find the exact batting average as of that time, but I believe it was sub 200. If not, it was around 200. In the past 7 days, Brett, they had a 296 batting average with a 783 OPS. The on-base percentage is 341, and their slugging percentage is 442. That's what they've been doing. And so for the season so far, if you're looking at what they've done to this point, the batting average has jumped to 236. There's on base plus slugging is still a little bit low at 659, but baby steps. You're talking about a small sample size and a overall 24 game season, but they're still making strides. So what does this mean overall for you?
For me, well, it just means that if you continue being consistent at the plate, your pitching has been consistent. Therefore, you're consistently good on both phases or all phases of the game. You're going to win more, and you're going to continue to win series. And look, I like the sweep. A sweep of a 3-game or 4-game series is not easy, but this Astros team has shown that even in games where they don't score a ton, their pitching keeps the score on the other side low, thus taking the pressure off the offense.
Brett, I have something to kind of back your theory you just said.
Okay.
4 more runs. Well, let's look at what the Astros done since the 17th.
Okay.
They have scored 26 runs. They've only allowed 11 runs.
Love it.
They've scored 4.3 runs per game while allowing 1.84 runs per game. So what I'm hearing you say, if you score more runs, you're going to win some ball games.
Yes, that is true. If I score 1 run and your team scores at 0, I win 1-0. We are all about we are taking the most unprofound things and making them sound so profound. No, I'm joking. But, Eric, though this has been the frustration of the fan base, is they're like, okay, we're always getting off to an early start, and it's just like, well, you know what? It's a slow start. It's early in the season. They look better this year than they did last year. And, Eric, I like what I'm seeing, both offensive and pitching wise from the Astros.
Well, I know there's always got to be somebody that's a negative Nancy. Who's been the Astros' best hitter all year so far?
So far overall, it's been Jose Altuve.
Well, unfortunately, in the past 7 days, he's been kind of down. He's batting 240 with a 549 OPS, 0 home runs, 2 RBIs. He has scored 2 runs, 6 hits. But you've had everybody else step up. In the past 7 days, Pena has a 364 batting average. You have Christian Walker with the 368 batting average. Then you have Cam Smith, 294. Brendan Rodgers, small sample size, but 333. And wait, is this a typo? Zach Dezenzo is batting 714?
No, that's not. He's put Zach in the game. If Zach doesn't play Friday night, I'm going to scream. The dude is just hitting. He's got a high bat. Let the kid play. Hopefully he went to some backfield or went to some minor league game and got some at-bats today so he didn't have an off day. So keep that bat hot, man.
Granted, it's a small sample size, only 7 at-bats, but Dezenzo has been doing pretty good. Dubon has a 286 batting average in that same span. But Dezenzo stats, he says, play me, put me in there, coach. And
Exactly.
It's up to Spada to figure that out. So, guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day.
Did you know that your Fire TV is also an Xbox? Turn your TV or gaming into your gaming and entertainment hub with Fire TV Stick 4K devices. No console required. Just grab your paired controller, subscribe, or sign in to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with EA Play included, and you're ready to play. Dive into hundreds of premium titles: EA Sports College Football 25, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and so much more. Right now, you can go with the latest technology with Wi-Fi 6E, auto low latency mode, advanced technology. The Fire TV Stick 4K delivers smoother, more responsive gameplay with lightning fast speeds. You need to stay competitive. With 4K streaming, watch more than 1.5 million movies and TV episodes from your favorite subscribed services like Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus Max, and more. Play high-quality Xbox game at a fraction of the cost of a console. Already have a console? A Fire TV Stick 4K device is more affordable and easier to travel with, allowing you to take you or your kids' games whether you plug in. So make sure that you take this hardcore gaming experience seriously. Head to Amazon.com, Fire TV Locked On, to get started. Xbox Pass Ultimate subscription and compatible controller required. Available on select devices, including Fire TV Stick 4K 2 Gen, Fire TV Stick 4K Max 1st and 2nd, and Fire TV Cube 3rd Gen. Go get it now.
Hey guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day. Whether it's on YouTube, go ahead, subscribe to us, make his first listen, Apple, Odyssey, Spotify. Wherever you listen to your podcast, go and check us out. You can go and check us out on your Amazon Fire TV Stick as well. And we appreciate all of you who have helped us get to the point where we're almost to 14,000 subscribers. So all we need you to do is just hit that subscribe button. And just like we need all the offense to go ahead and continue to roll. And we kept on begging for Christian Walker to start hitting. And people were like, dude, we shouldn't have signed him. This is the next Jose Abreu 2.0. Yep. This is a lot of wasted money. And since that off day, Christian Walker has been a different guy. And I just kind of read his stats. Let me go ahead and read some of his stats again. But this is the past 7 days. He's played 5 games. He has a 368 batting average, 1189 OPS, 789 slugging percentage. He has 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 15 total bases. For the season, Brett, he has 29 total bases, 15 of those in the past 7 days. So do the math.
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's the deal. We're hearing a lot of talk, and this is an Astros community topic. Is Christian Walker Jose Abreu? And I'm here to tell you he's not. And before I show you the stats that back it up that he's not, let's first look at Jose Abreu before, or think about who he was before he came to the Astros. The year before he came to Houston, he had seen a major dip in his power numbers. He was not the same hitter. He won a MVP. It was in 2020, I believe.
I wouldn't say so, yeah.
2020 MVP is not the same as a regular season MVP. Hey, Jeff Bagwell won one in a strike-shortened season, so I guess there's that. But Christian Walker was not a declining player before becoming to Houston. Number 2, Walker has sustained power and has been very unlucky at the plate this season. If you look at his numbers, you look at his expected numbers, you look at where he's hitting it, the exit velocity he has on the ball, he's just been unlucky. And we talked about that. We talked about this topic when we had Kyle Tucker with us. Kyle Tucker, remember that one year? He just seemed to find the ball had a magnet to the opposing team, right? But so we can say all these things, but let's look at the first 23 games. And on Christian Walker's, it says 24, but it's actually 23. Jose Abreu in 23 games last year was hitting 108 with 8 hits, 4 RBI, 6 runs scored in 23 games in 2024. That was Jose Abreu. Christian Walker, 202 with 17 hits, 3 home runs, 6 RBI, 11 runs scored. So right here, you have a clear difference. Yes, it is a 202 average, but he is hitting 100 points higher than Jose Abreu. He has 3 home runs. He is looking really good right now. He's making solid contact. And what is he doing? He's doing really well with the glove. I know there's been a couple unlucky bounces and tough hops that he's had to take at first base, but I do believe that you're going to see Christian Walker continue to climb out of this hole, and he's going to become the player that he is. Remember, he had become a mainstay in Arizona. He totally changed scenes, and he had basically put his name on the stadium. 3 Gold Gloves, 330 home run seasons. And then you get moved. You get traded to a new club. You're excited about the new club. Then everybody's scrapping and struggling. You start scrapping and struggling. Then you start trying to figure things out. We saw the frustration Christian Walker expressed at those at-bats where he wasn't successful. So right there, I just gave you the case of why Jose Abreu and Christian Walker are, in fact, 2 different people.
Yeah, and I know if you look at the career of Christian Walker, before the Astros signed him this offseason, he didn't have the same type of career that Jose Abreu did. Jose Abreu was an instant success when he came over from Cuba. He signed with the White Sox. He became a star pretty much right away. He had, I believe he came over and didn't really play much in the minor leagues. But Christian Walker, he didn't really hit his stride until 2018. He had 3 home runs that season. 2019, 29 home runs. Then he had 2 seasons where he had 7 and 10. Then he started his power back, 36, 33, 26. So Powered by Plants said, how many home runs do you think that Walker will hit this year? So, Brett, I'm going to go ahead and say, especially with a slow start, he still has 3 home runs. I say that since we're at the what part of season? What, the 1/10 or 1/8 probably point of the season? I'll divide it in second.
Okay.
I still think
you're the math guy.
I'll figure it out in a second.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
you're
can figure it out in my head.
The math question. I mean, I think it's easy. I think he hits 30 plus home runs this year. I don't think it's even a conversation, because at some point he's going to hit his stride. And there is a mention in here by Ben here. He says, also remember that Walker is new to the league as well. I still think he hits 30 plus home runs. I know that may be a tall order compared to what he looks like he's doing right here. Sarcastic Parody says he's going to hit 35. I don't have a problem with that number. Ben says 27. Patricia says 30. We've got smart fans. So let's just say 30 plus or minus 6. How's that? How's that for a broad range?
So we're technically at the 15% mark of the season. Okay. So there's still a chance that he can go on a hot streak. And I think that the way he's feeling, he's looking a little bit more confident. I think there is a chance that especially as the team goes, the team starts getting rolling. Alvarez, I think once there gets to be more consistency with everybody, I think you're going to see the whole team to have maybe not 20 runs a game, but I think you're going to see them up the runs per game. I think you're going to see the run differential climb. But something I wanted to talk to you about that the Astros have also started doing was their run differential is so much better. In the first, said before April 17th, the Astros record was 8-10. They scored 66 runs. They allowed 77. a negative 11 run differential. Since then, they're 5-1. They scored the 26 runs. They allowed 12. That's a plus 14 run differential. So if they continue to outscore the opponent, I know it sounds simple, but if they continue, the offense starts to get better. It's all depends on Alvarez, but it doesn't help to get some production from Christian Walker. And Brett, we'll go and continue this conversation on what do the Astros need to do, continue to winning at Kansas City, because the Kansas City Royals have always played the Astros hot. Hey guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day, whether it's on YouTube. Go ahead, subscribe to us, make us first listen. Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts, go and check us out. Brett, I love off days, especially for Cam Smith, because he's getting to go experience a lot of different things that he hasn't got to do. Today, he got to go visit the museum in Kansas City, and it's something that he got to experience. I forgot what it's called, but
he got to go to the Negro League Baseball Museum in Kansas City, Missouri. Yes.
Yeah, but he got to he got a tour by the owner of the museum, and he got to witness a lot of baseball. Yeah, a lot of history. And so this is something that as he goes, he's going to get more of a understanding of his role in baseball. And I think that what he's doing since his initial struggle, since he sat down for 2 days, he is another reason why the Astros have been more successful. He's the reason why the Astros are like, you know what? Maybe this guy eventually could be a center fielder. But for right now, we're going to keep him in right field. But maybe down the line. But this guy is going to be a possible star.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's all about versatility. That's the name of the game with this roster, and with the mindset that every one of the players have on this team is that, you know, when they say we are all about the other person, they are all about the other person.
Right.
There aren't any egos trying to step over themselves. And that's what I think is going to help them be victorious this weekend when we get to Kansas City. Now, Kansas City has a heater today. They had a doubleheader. So that's not going to bode well for their relief pitching, right? Yeah. Their bullpen's going to be maybe a little suspect. But the pitchers we're facing, we've got some decent names on the mound. But the name that concerns me the most, and I'll mention in a second, is the one that people are not familiar with, the least familiar name. But let's start with the game on the 25th, which is Friday. Seth Lugo, a very good pitcher, is 1-3 with a 3.90 ERA and 21 strikeouts. Similar to him is Wisniewski, opposing him with a 3.91 ERA and a 1-1 record with 25 Ks. You know, he just came off one of his career high games. So you've got some big success from the Astros. Eric, you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 8 players who hit over 300 against him. Only one home run from Yordan Alvarez, but he's at 500 with an OPS of 1,500. Yainer Diaz, an OPS of 1,400. Jose Altuve, OPS of 917. So I think this weekend, the keys to the Astros winning is scoring early like they did last series. But I think you need to tack on the runs because the Royals boast a lineup that can actually hit. Not that the Blue Jays can't, because they had a pretty darn good lineup. And you know what? Our old friend Kevin Biggio is with the Royals now. But they have Bobby Witt Jr., they have Renfroe, they have Pascatino, Jonathan India, who came over from the Reds. So they've got a pretty formidable offense that they can throw at you one way or another. It's going to be scoring early, supporting runs late, and the pitchers continuing to do what they do on the mound. Now, what do you think, Eric? I've got Lugo and Wisniewski. I like the matchup for the Astros because they seem to really like to hit against him.
Well, I think if the Astros continue their strong run of success with starting pitching, I mean, yes, if Gusto is your weakest link in this, some might say Farmer Valdez is, but with Gusto is your weakest link, and he's been pitching as good as he's been doing, throwing strikes and being efficient, this team can go pretty far. And I know that McCullers is going to be making his next start in Corpus Christi. He's likely to be coming back. But looking at this series specifically, the Royals did win the doubleheader today. They won both games. They did score 6 runs and 7 runs. I know in one game, Salvador Perez had a pretty big game. He had 2 doubles. And
how did I miss Salvador Perez? Salvi, golly, sorry,
yeah.
Sal. I love
yeah,
the guy.
so
I respect the heck out of that guy.
He's still hitting. So there are some guys that you need to watch out for. But I think the Royals are kind of in the same place where the Blue Jays are. They're potentially a good team, but the Astros took care of the Blue Jays. And so I thought the Blue Jays pitching was darn good. The Astros just were better in that series. And so we'll see what happens against the Royals. But I hate to just say this, but if you outscore the Royals, you're going to win. But you got to just continue the pitching. You got to have your bullpen be as dominant. The Astros bullpen, that despite some of the deficiencies we've seen at times, Forrest Whitley has shown that he's the guy. And Van Wy, even though he has the odd-looking jersey, he's been doing pretty good. The Astros bullpen is pretty legit. So if the pitching does what it's supposed to do and the offense continues the growth that we've seen, and I have a feeling, just with the day off, I have a feeling that Alvarez is about to go off.
He could. He very well could. Now, we cannot forget the other 2 matchups. We have our aces, or our ace, going against, I think, their best pitcher thus far. But before I get to Brown and Burbick, Framber Valdez and Michael Wacha square off. Framber Valdez has a really huge 4.50 ERA for you. Would like him to be, but he does have 26 strikeouts. I think Valdez does his thing. Michael Wacha 0-3. Not really concerned about Michael Wacha. Sorry. But the third game, the final game of the series, top 5 early Cy Young nominee, Hunter Brown. 3-1 with a 1.16 ERA, 31 strikeouts, squares off against Bubik or Bubik. I don't know how you say it. 2-1, 1.45 ERA, 33 Ks. So this right here, this kid, he actually has faced the Astros. The Astros have had some success. Paredes has had the most at bats against him and hit 375 with the 1,000 OPS. 3 other guys, Caratini, Alvarez, Altuve, all have over 1,000 OPS. So I like the Astros' chances in taking 2 out of 3 from this series. Heck, why don't we just do another sweep? Let's get a good old-fashioned 6-game win streak. But the Astros just have to be who they are and play their game. I'm interested to see what Joe Espada does with the lineup. Last series, he changed the lineup up. This series, I think he goes with more with what he had this last time. The question is, will Mauricio Dubon get more at-bats? His at-bats were very slim. I mean, he didn't get a ton. So how is he going to juggle that? We're probably not going to see Cam Smith already going to center field. Someone asked about that earlier. That's just them starting to open up, peel back the onion, open up the options. Can this kid move? I think Cam Smith's a natural. I think he's young enough. You could throw him in center field, left field, or right field. I honestly think he would be fine.
I wonder, I know that there's a certain mattress store that's offering a promotion that if the Astros win 10 consecutive games, you get something free. I wonder if you get close to that 10-game winning streak, would people start going out to a certain mattress store and purchasing stuff to maybe get their things for free?
I don't know where they cut it off. I mean, because usually with the World Series with Mattress Mac, they cut it off by a certain time. Like you can't get it when they're like 1 game away from clinching or going to the World Series, you know. So maybe the cutoff is when they get to 5 or 6 wins. But hey, and you know what? Mattress Mac, a Houston legend, is retiring. He may already be done with the store. So
Here's the
what?
caveat.
Okay.
Your streak starts once your mattress is delivered.
See, Mattress Max, Mattress Max getting a little stingy in his old age, in his retirement phase. Mattress Mac retirement phase might be the most devious character of them all. Like this is dark Mattress Mac.
I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, that's fine.
No, I'm just saying
that's
though.
part of the risk.
I mean, he's not giving away whole bedrooms.
Otherwise, people would be like, "Hey, the Astros on 9-game winning streak. Let's go buy a mattress or something." So, yeah, you got to have some.
Wouldn't that be horrible if you didn't see that? You buy it, they're on a 9-game win streak. They get to 10 and they get to 10 and then they lose the 11th, and you're like, I got it. And they're like, nah, you only had 2-game win streak. It's kind of like beat the streak on MLB. But yeah, man, look, I think we covered it. We clearly outlined what the Astros are doing differently. We told you guys how Walker and Abreu were different, but I think a lot of you here knew that. And the keys to victory, score more runs. No, I'm joking.
Score more runs than opposition. That's what the Brett's keys to winning. So
that was Eric. No, don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that on me.
All right, guys, that's all we got for this edition of Locked On Astros podcast. Go and make us your first listen on Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Go and check us out. Check out Michael Connor on the Locked On Astros podcast and the guys over at Locked On Fantasy Baseball as well. We will see you on Sunday, and hopefully the Astros get a victory.
Go Stros. I'll work on that.